Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. Boy oh boy, it's time to go mining at night. Hopefully we won't get eaten by zombies. Those people that say that Minecraft Legacy Console Edition is the best version of Minecraft, they're just straight up wrong. This game started the trend of multiple President AI videos playing Minecraft first instead of other games. How does Great Pink's house look better than my house and most of the time in Minecraft? Most of the time, I usually suck at building houses. The skeleton's hitboxes are so infuriating to deal with. The zombie sound effects sound so stupid. With iron and gold, you have to cook it. If you don't, you won't be able to make an iron sword or a golden sword. Or even armor for that matter. I really hate it when slimes go to multiple phases when you kill most of it. Now the mansion in that outpost does look kinda cool, but once you actually go inside, you have to deal with the illagers. And they are super tough to fight. The name Monster Spawner is an absolute lie. It can spawn anything. That baby zombie is so annoying, like it's super hard to hit them really properly. And don't even get me started on the zombie villagers. Why is there a literal zombie wearing a dragon head? Pillagers. Freaking pillagers. I hate it when a zombie takes an item and an armor to protect himself. Like it won't even matter anyway. The player's gonna kill you anyway. That moment where you went to your house and then a raid began. You wanna know why? Because you killed a pillager leader. If you kill that pillager leader, it might have an effect on you that will start off a raid. Ravengers. Do I need to say more? Like, the baby chicken is so iconic that he created the most infamous scene in the Minecraft movie. Also, you say a Minecraft movie's bad, I'm sorry, but you have not watched the same movie. What does the anime hate being looked at? What are we, a bunch of monsters to you? Piglins are the worst. If you're not wearing gold, they will kill you.
Good. Now make sure you don't encounter with...
God! God! Why is the Enderman after me? I didn't even look at it. Are you serious?
What was that? The Kaiser literally looked at the gas, but no, the enemy wants to attack you for literally no reason. I hate the blaze so much. Like, bro, do you really have to shoot fire at us every 5 seconds? The bog. Poison effect. Now said. No wait, the Phantom. This is seriously the worst mob in the whole game. And the reason they even brought it in to begin with is because their literal sales pitch was there's no flying monsters in the overworld. Do they not know Vexes existed? Also, Vexes. Do I need to say more? Why did the Stray's eyes glow in the dark when the normal skeleton can't? When you are just minding your own business and then suddenly a mama polar bear just tries to attack you. Like, bro, I wasn't even bothering you. Why do you have to attack me? But it gets even worse than that. When the other polar bear sees the mama bear attacking you, they all started chasing you. Like, bro, give me a freaking break. There is no nether version of the zombies. And no, the zombified piglin doesn't count. The piglins are cannibals, and you're not gonna tell me otherwise. I know the nether is supposed to represent the underworld, but oh my god, there is too much lava. Custom worlds cannot have achievements. Like, how dumb is that? The Super Mario World is only available to the Wii U version, the 3DS version, and the Nintendo Switch version of Minecraft. Which, I get it. Nintendo owns Mario, but come on! Can you at least have it optional to have cross-platform and have the other platforms not have the Mario texture? Why are the Stormtroopers zombies? Like, I know they're the main hostile in Star Wars, but come on, they could have gone better with that. Here's how you defeat a creeper. Hit it multiple times, go back, go in front again, hit it multiple times again, and do that multiple times until it dies. That's how easy to kill a creeper. Shulkers. Freaking shulkers. If you told me that you took one attempt to defeat the Wither, you're lying to me. The PS5 version of Minecraft looks like it has logarithmic colors. Warning! Information. The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. With good seasons comes some mediocrity in the next 5 years. I hope you like the intro, because that's the best part of the entire game. I'm not sure if NASCAR cars can actually flip like that, but okay. The loading screen takes forever, like no wonder why people left this game. How does a bad video game like this has a better main menu than the NASCAR Heat games? Like, what? You can only choose between 2 seasons, and you're stuck with that season for I don't know how long. I know it's just a video game, but NASCAR The Game 11 racing is not a real thing. It's not a real team. Also, the career mode only takes like a few hours. Big rip. You can only save up to 20 slots. Why not unlimited? There's no way to change manufacturers in the paint booth. Well, for me at least. I don't know about you guys. You know, I hate when people complain about multiple cars in the field. Like, guys, come on! Look at the side of the car! Selecting a driver takes forever. There's only 3 modes. 3 modes! You think you're racing at Atlanta at nighttime, right? Well, wrong. You're racing in the evening. It's just a liar. The damage model is terrible. Like, one tap on the wall can make your car look like an unpeeling banana. You know, I really hate making mistakes and get wrecked by an AI. Like, bro, cut me some slack. Don't do Eliminator mode at Bristol unless getting caught up in the big one is your type of thing. Also, frame rate drops. There's no practice in the game, only qualifying. Bro, where is practice? I don't care about track testing. I want to practice with other cars. If you make the slightest mistake, go through the grass and enter pay road while not going to the pay entrance, you get a black flag. What a stupid rule. Why do I have a rival? Like, what did I do to get a rival? Why did Greg Bivol have to wreck me in the same turn twice? Also, replay system. It sucks. Road courses are so unfair in this game. Like, you try to enter through the first turn, there's already a caution. Like, guys, do you not know how to use the gas pedal? Oh my gosh, look, I did not want to wreck Clint Boyer, okay? I just want to pass him. You only get 30 seconds in burnout. Why not eliminate? The post race, not good. Honestly, the post races have never been good since Thunder 04. So I was actually just quitting the replay system, and then suddenly all the cars decided to wreck in turn 1. What? Why? Bro, that is so dumb.
Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. If I'm going to Daytona, then I'll wreck the entire field for the championship. The movie starts off with McQueen imitating. Why does he have to do that though? Oh my gosh, the opening song is so good. Why does Bristol look a little bit longer than his real life counterpart? I'm sorry, Lightning, but Ross Chastain did the wall ride better. People always complain about NASCAR's terrible officiating. Like the Piston Cup is any better. They literally let Chick Hicks cause a big one and they didn't disqualify him. If we already saw the 84 of that driver right there, then why was there another 84 that the King passed? McQueen decided to take only gas and no new tires. That will be an issue. Oh, great job, you stupid car. I'm sorry, but there's no way a single tongue can count as a 3-way tie.
Chuck, what are you doing? You're blocking the camera. Everyone wants to see the bolt. What? Now back away.
Lightning, how arrogant are you? This joke just makes me feel weird. Just search it up on the internet and you know what exactly I'm talking about. 36 weeks? I'm not waiting that long. Now I understand why McQueen hates Rusty's cars. This is the moment where McQueen realized that he has no friends.
Oh, sure you can, Mac. Look, it'll be easy. I'll stay up with you.
All night?
All night long.
What a liar he is! Don't try to convince me that the DJ cars are not working for Chick Hicks, because they clearly are.
In my eyes, you will always be late. In my eyes, you will always be late.
All this could have been avoided if McQueen would have just pulled over. I get that he's lost, but he's so bad with seeing cones. Like, this is the reason why stock cars are not allowed to be street cars. Oh yeah, sure. Let's just wake up Lightning while he's trying to get up.
Quit yapping and start working. Hook 'em up later.
Okie dokie.
Ramon, you're such a creep.
Hey, McQueen!
Eat your heart out.
Wait a minute. What heart? We're cars, dude. How can Manor like the new road? If this was 2006, then McQueen would be sucking at dirt late models.
Somebody's got a frowny face.
How did McQueen get bugs in his mouth? That is gross.
Oh, dude. Are you crying?
No, I'm happy. I don't have to watch him every second of the day anymore. I'm glad he's gone.
Cheese Bread is such a crybaby. After what McQueen has done to Radiator Springs, Stock still want him gone. Dude! Okay, dude, now this is just attempted murder. And what gets even worse is that the Piston Cup doesn't disqualify Chick for it. This is bad officiating at its worst. When I was 10 years old, I always thought that McQueen should have crossed the finish line first and then helped the king. But looking back at it now, McQueen would have been a douchebag for crossing the line first instead of helping the king first. This is all on you, Chick. You lost your fans because you don't drive with respect. That's what happens when you don't race with respect. The end credits take up most of the screen, and that bothers me. I'm surprised you guys haven't died yet.
What up, little thieves? The following video is over-exaggerating. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. So, do not contact the police. If the police finds you, make sure you're a master thief, okay? I gotta go!
Sly Cooper and the Thievious Raccoonus. What a mouthful of a name. Even the European version is just called Sly Raccoon. Why don't it just be called Sly Cooper 1? Why do most of the characters just look weird when you put on the binocular comms? Holy crap, does the elevator really need lasers though? They look so weird. Also, if you touch one of the lasers, it turns red and then plays an annoying alarm sound. Also, don't touch the lasers. You will die. Okay, in this game's universe police, they have the worst security. They only have the lasers and the alarms and that's it.
Criminal! You foolish raccoon. I've caught you red-handed.
Carmelita. Haven't seen you since I gave you the slip and Bombay.
Okay, so newsflash, I never read the comics, but how did Sly Cooper and Carmelita met? Like, I'm actually curious. Let me know down in the comments. Okay, this session shouldn't be that hard, but somehow I managed to get killed by Carmelita's gun. And what's worse, if you die, you just have to start away all the way back in the beginning. Animated cutscenes look ugly. It has not aged well. So one of the first villains is a frog. And the reason why he even became a villain is because he hated being a frog. So he decided to be a criminal. What am I supposed to get from that? Does Bentley really have to interrupt us every 5 seconds? So I just got this lucky horseshoe from collecting coins. But Bentley still tells me what it is. Like, dude, I've already grabbed it just now. Raleigh seriously has one of the worst cruising he ever has. Why is there water in the furnace? Isn't that the whole point of a furnace?
That is insane.
Oh, come on, that is not fair. So one of the blueprints in the Thievious Raccoonus are the blueprints. But it's only for that villain's hideout. But why can't it just be for all the hideouts? Why is there lava in the literal engine room? That has to be dangerous. I didn't know Mr. Krabs was in the game, but what's worse even that is that if one of the Krabs takes one of the treasures, it's automatically game over. Dude! If you complain about Raleigh's boss battle being so easy, let me tell you, it's not. The only reason why I kept dying to this boss is because the game kept bamboozling me. Also, if Sly touches the water, he just accepts his fate. Maybe he should take swimming lessons. There's no way Raleigh could drown. He's a fraud. What is up with these newspapers? Hot chick with gun butts and vicious yuck mouth? Like, bro, what is up with this newspaper company? Mugshot. The reason why he became a villain is because he's been bullied a lot. Honestly, those bullies deserved it. Mugshot's security guards are the dogs. I like dogs. I don't want to hurt them. I feel bad for Murray. He just wanted to get some food, but no. Some of the stupid dogs around here just want to race him. And I get it, you have to do it for the key, but still. Oh sweet, a casino. Can't wait to game over some money. Oh, okay, never mind. So, if Murray gets hit by one of the guards or by Sly, Sly loses alive. That does not make sense. What's even worse is that Murray is always in the way when I'm trying to shoot the goons. I really don't like Carmelina's idle animation. It looks like she's cheering on for someone. If you're not that good at the game, just go collect some coins to get some horseshoes, because this boss brings insanity through your throat. Hot stuff with the badge collars, carnage criminals. What is up with these newspapers? Why is there mosquitoes in this game? I hate mosquitoes, and this is not helping. How are the guards this stupid to know the difference between a shadow and a Sly? If you play the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5 version of Sly Cooper and Thievious Raccoonus, there's an option to rewind where you left off. Congratulations, you're officially a cheater. Actually, just kidding though. You will have to use the rewind feature if you have any chance of defeating the Miss Ruby boss fight. Also, you have to time the dodges perfectly or else you're dead. Look, I know people didn't like your fireworks show, but did all the villagers really have to suffer because they didn't like your fireworks? Looks like Sly is accepting his fate again. The invisibility move seems like a bit of a downgrade, because once you collect another piece of the Devious Raccoonus, you just walk really slow. Flaming Temple of Flame. Wow, what an original name. So first was the dogs, and now it's the monkeys. I feel bad for Murray. The floating shooting guns. I hate it in the Miss Ruby's lair, and I hate it here.
Freeze, Raccoon!
How can I freeze when my heart wants the very sight of you?
Looks like Sly got some riz. Also, you had to complete the game to be able to get all the pages of the Thievious Raccoonus. Why? I'm sorry, Panda King, but you're not Po from Kung Fu Panda. This boss fight sucks. This is obviously the worst boss fight in the entire game. Holy cow, that owl-shaped tower looks so cool. Oh, okay, never mind. It's a death ray. The aiming is so awful. Like, bro, there's no way to get a perfect angle of the owls. Holy crap, Clockwork has so much security here. Oh yeah, sure. Let's just blame Sly Cooper for you getting captured by a giant owl. Sly, why would you jump? Are you this stupid? You wanna work with Sly, huh? Oh yeah, sure. Let's destroy the magnet support field for the death ray and let him go through absolute madness to be able to get through the jetpack. So after unlocking the last save for the Devious Raccoonus, what did you get? A secret ending on Sly Cooper. You know, this would make more sense if I collected all the pages in the Thievious Raccoonus before Clockwork. Also, I have nothing to say about Clockwork. He's the Fed's final boss, so I'm gonna end it off here. Warning: the following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. Tiny Mill might not have made this game, but it brings me to an alternate world of a nightmare.
Killing me!
Well, look at the title screen and you know that this fan game is scary. There's a mode that says Sandbox. Why would anyone try that mode? This intro is a mixture between Act 3's opening and Act 1's opening. Like, seriously. How are the other neighbors next door that doesn't even know what's going on between the neighbor's house? Like, dude, why can't the other neighbors just be noisy for once? So the neighbor decided a way to get the end of the road to stop chasing us. Okay. I get that this is a fan game, but there is no way that someone can survive from a fall that big. If this was the main game, then he would have been dead. Wait, you can go to sleep? Why can't I do this in the main game?
If you get caught by the neighbor, you lose all your stuff. This is the callback to the alphas. You have to use the lights to get progress through the game. If not, then there's no way you could get to the basement. Speaking of the basements, why is Act 2 the basement? It doesn't make any sense. Jeez, neighbor, do you really have to cuss? This level is impossible without the flashlight. So, if you don't have the flashlight, good luck escaping. So you've been through all of this crap just to get to the neighbor's secret, only for you to get captured. And now you have to escape the basement. Come on, dude. Box stacking. I hate it in the alphas in the full game, and I hate it here. The police have arrived to the neighbor's house. Where were you in the main game? And now a call back to Alpha 1. Now this is an elevator, not that ladder crap from the main game. This is why I prefer the fan game over the pre-alpha in Alpha 1, because you can explore everywhere else from the outside instead of the inside. Nah, great, those stupid lights are back. I really hate going back and forth from the inside to the outside, like it's getting annoying at this point. I can't trap the neighbor inside my own house. Dude, I wasn't even near my own house, yet you stopped chasing me. Like, yeah, good job wasting your time. There's a hole upstairs, like, there's a reason why people don't visit your place. Why do you have a grave inside your house? Why did Tiny Bill change the neighbor's car in the full game? Like, this car looks so much better. Neighbor, you need to pay for the TV bill. If you go upstairs to your room, there's a dark room. What is it? A cabin on a standalone island. That is the most creepiest thing I have ever seen. Also, you have to go to here to get that lime green key. You know what? I'm starting to think that the player is the main villain in alternate reality because he's being a hypocrite. The neighbor is just keeping secrets on his own, so the player is trying to get to the neighbor's house and figure out the secret, but he doesn't want anyone else to figure out the player's own secret. Yeah, the player is a hypocrite. The player was just looking down on himself, and then he crashed his car. Maybe you should keep your eyes on the road. So after you wake up in the middle of nowhere, what happens? You ride on the train, keep riding on it, and then you see multiple nightmares, and then you see a white billboard on the ground, and then you woke up in the hospital. I'm sorry, but just no.
Warning, the following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate for my thoughts and feelings. Are you ready for the comeback of the decade? You better be. The PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Slim, the PlayStation 4 Pro. Man, the Pro model should have been the main one. It looks so cool. You want to change the faceplates on your PlayStation 4, right? Well, make sure you have tons of money because some of these are expensive in the year 2025. The PlayStation 4 has so much space where it has dust in it. It was about time that Sony finally changed the designs of the PlayStation 4. They used the old design since the PlayStation 1 era. The light bar is really cool to have, but was there any few games other than GTA 5 to use it? Like, yes, the NASCAR games have it as well, but what are some other games that use the light bar feature? This controller takes micro USB. I know USB Type-C wasn't released back then, but even the version 2 of the PS4 controller had micro USB. Speaking of controller, sometimes when I boot up the PlayStation 4 controller, it takes like a few seconds for the PlayStation 4 controller to not reconnect. And no, it's not my controller or anything. The controller was just fine. This is the new one I got. So apparently it's just not working like that. Like, I don't know how to fix this problem. If you were playing the PlayStation 4 game for a few minutes, it turns into an airplane. I guess the only exception is Minecraft, but other than that, some other games just turn into an airplane. The racing wheel on the PlayStation 4 controller looks absolutely realistic to a real life counterpart. Like, oh my god, there's too much buttons on this controller. This is the dumbest looking controller and I absolutely love it. I can't play my PlayStation 3 games on my PlayStation 4. There's 3 versions of the box art for the PlayStation 4. The original version, just the original version, the PlayStation VR version where it has VR included or VR in general, and the last one is the PlayStation Hits collection. This
was the last PlayStation era with the PlayStation hits, because the PlayStation 5 just doesn't have them anymore. The PlayStation VR is the funniest piece of tech, but my god, does it take a lot of cores for it to work. Also, you gotta be careful where you're going with the VR headset, because most of the time you might accidentally bump into something like I did in this video. The PlayStation VR is useless without the motion controls. The PlayStation 3 is my favorite console of all time, but I'm gonna be honest, the PlayStation 4 menu, it looks so much better. You can set up your PlayStation wallpaper through your screenshots you collected. Now this looks so cool. Also, who wants to watch YouTube on the PlayStation 4? You can edit videos on the PlayStation 4, which was good at the time, but with the technology advancing in the modern day, yeah, this is useless. You can't connect your headphones on the PlayStation 4, unless it's the official ones by Sony themselves. I would buy it, but I'm not sure I want to pay that much money. I've already spent like $300 on the console. FNAF VR is really terrifying on the PlayStation 4, and it sucks that I can't play in VR because one of my motion controllers is dead. Little Big Planet 3 on the PlayStation 4 was basically the death of the franchise. Don't get me wrong, I like Sly Cooper in the Thievious Raccoonus, but why is it the original version and not the Sly Collection version? Well, yes, some of the music sucks in the Sly Collection version, but still, it doesn't mean it's a bad port. The launch titles for the PlayStation 4 was pretty weak. I guess the only fun one was the Playroom, but even that is just a tech demo of the PlayStation 4. No, it's the middle of the night. I'll do the video later. Wait. Say that again? Garvey. You mean Garvey from Dormitabus? Oh no. Warning. The following video is not over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared are accurate to my thoughts and feelings. Because, my god, this game is absolutely disgusting. One look at the title screen, and I know that this game sucks. You thought the offices were in the main game were bad? Well, get a load of this office. This is absolutely one of the worst offices I ever seen from a FNAF fan game. Also, you have to survive 12 nights. 12 nights instead of, I don't know, 5 nights like it should be. The cameras are awful. I get it's from the 80s, but come on, it could have been an upgrade. Why is there 2 vents in the window right beside me? Like, bro, who designed this? Who designed this office? Like, they need to get fired immediately. There's a series of tapes around the office, but how do you collect them? Well, you just have to find them everywhere. But what did they tell you? Well, we'll get to that in a little bit. You can go under the table. Why not just go around the table? Dude, these nights take like forever. Like, I don't know how long these nights took. I lost count because I couldn't handle being here for like nearly 20 minutes. Instead of the 12 to 6 a.m. mechanic, it is now 7 a.m. Why the change though? Some of these animatronics look so stupid. They honestly look pretty hideous. Except for that Freddy one. That Freddy one looks kind of cool. And speaking on the topic of animatronics, so all these jump scares in this game just straight up sucks. Like, some of the jump scares are too glitchy and they will crash your game. In each night, you unlock new characters for each night. Oh great, I wanted more animatronics to come and kill me. The voice acting in this game is just so bad. Like, I don't even want to bother even listening to the phone calls. When Havoc Freddy stares at you in the camera, yeah buddy, you can go to hell. When Emerald goes into your cameras. If Garvey jump scares you at the back of the window, you know what happens? You get a tombstone that says John White, 1969 through 2017. Brat, scum, waste of art. What a jerk you are. And I thought the main office was bad. This is worse. So one of the endings, you get to open the chest. And it's just a bunch of newspaper about what's happening. Yeah, how am I supposed to be happy about that? Yeah, I'm glad you guys are dead, because you guys are absolute scumbags. And speaking of scumbags, this is the part of the video where it gets disgusting. If you want to click off the video, go right ahead, and thanks for watching. If not, then, well, you've been warned. Let's go ahead and get on to one of the tapes. When one of the tapes that you collect in Dormitabus, there is one tape that will make you absolutely disgusting. Is that before stuffing the girl into Chica's suit, I heard Garvey said that she did so, not good stuff with the girl. Like, I'm not even joking, like adult stuff with her. This has to be one of the most disgustingest things I've ever heard of from a FNAF fan game of all places. And what's even worse is that the creator himself is a pedophile, which, if you want more information, I'll leave a link down to the description below on why Dormitabus is bad from a different YouTuber. Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. Mayor, wait! I want to go on spy missions with you! How can people say Cars 2 is the worst Pixar movie when Toy Story 4 and Lightyear exist? This opening sequence is so good. What's this guy's beef with the little boat? Like, dude, he was just swimming by. Actually, floating by. Y'all get the point. You would think with how this oil rig is built, you think the lemons will recognize Finn, right? Well, I know. The lemons are just that stupid. How can Professor Z be out of jail? He should be in jail forever. Finn, why would you go out in the open like that? You saw fire earlier in the movie. This chase sequence is so good. Like, it bothers me that people hate this. Sullivan fell to his own death. Big rip. Golly, Finn, that was too much cars that you killed. You should be in jail too. Well, this was a dark way to start off a movie. Look, Mayor, I know McQueen's your best buddy, but do you really have to be that excited?
The place wasn't the same without you, son.
Okay, do these people seriously have dementia? Because Lightning McQueen was also there during the video games. Doc Hudson has officially died. Everyone, let's pay respects to our beloved champion. We're gonna miss you, buddy. Why would Mayor Lightning tip over a dump truck? And why did the dump truck even sleeping in the first place? He should be doing construction work. Mayor, if you work there, how come you don't know McQueen and Sally's usuals? I don't think you're safe, Guido. You don't know what it is either. How can people record Miles Gasserod if he was alone? Yeah, this should have been our first warning sign.
Nobody will ever go back to gasoline again.
What happened to the dinosaurs now?
Okay, so Francesco's just making fun of McQueen. What's even worse than when Mayor gets involved, he's just basically just mocking NASCAR. Like, if I was in this movie, I would have punched Francesco straight in the face.
Those are strong words from a car that is so fragile.
This paint job is so good, and it sucks that we're never going to see it again. One of the billboards in Tokyo is Lightning McQueen as a vacuum cleaner. Okay, that's actually pretty funny. So I'm watching the Spanish version of Cars 2 with the English dub. With each scene, it shows different characters based on different countries that you're watching this movie at. Mayor, can you please stop mentioning Sally all the time? You're making McQueen feel jealous. Oh, cool. A statue ice cream. Hope you enjoy that, Mayor. Oh, okay, never mind. It's wasabi. You will burn your mouth. Lightning, you knew Mayor for like 5 years. You know that he never leaks oil. This scene right here is the exact reason why I'm never gonna go to the bathroom in the Cars world. This death scene is way too dark for a kid's movie. Francesco doesn't know how to drift. Maybe he should take some lessons from McQueen. How come no one else besides the building know that the lemons are making the cars explode? Like, are they that blind? Rip Kozneski was originally supposed to die. Oh my god! Lightning McQueen lost the race because of Mater. You know, Lightning, maybe you should have paid more attention to Mater. I get why people felt bad for Mater, but it was honestly Mater's fault that he caused McQueen the race. Wait a minute, when did the third explosion happen? You can't convince me Ace to survive that spill, because how can he survive that oil? I know people can find Mater annoying at times, but To be honest, without Mater, then Holly and Finn will never find a way to get over to Paris. This type of car gives me nightmares, and there's a reason why. I get that his mother is watching, but does he really have to taunt Lightning McQueen like that? Well, don't worry though, he's supposed to be really embarrassed that he lost to his hometown to Lightning McQueen of all cars. And since we're on the topic of this race, how come none of the race cars fell out of the racetrack and drowned? Okay, I'm sorry, that was a bit too dark. Where are the security guards in this casino? Like, do they not know who the lemons are or what? Well, duh, you can't find it, Harley. It's a voice filter. You thought Mater was dumb? Well, the lemons are much dumber. Okay, 2 questions. 1, how did the lemons tie up Mater, Holly, and Finn? And question 2, how did they get access to the Big Ben Tower?
Lightning, don't chase Mater while the race is going on.
Fatality.
Jeez, Red got some huge buff. Wow, Sarge is such a genius for bringing the army. I'm not sure if that's how parachutes work, but okay. This is gonna be the only time we're gonna see Queen Elizabeth II in the Cars universe.
Insane you are! Deactivate!
Voice denied.
And just like that, Sir Miles' access rod has been exposed. Okay, this is a bad pun. Man, Francesco got some riz for Flo and Sally. The dirt section. Francesco's got a crash. The Stanley statue is now gone, as it should be. This is the greatest ending to Cars 2. Don't believe me? Your opinion is wrong.
Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. It's time for the next generation of YouTubers to take over the veteran YouTubers. The movie starts off with Mater scaring McQueen. Why do you have to do that? As of 2025, this was Doc Hudson's last appearance on the Cars franchise. He wasn't even mentioned in Cars on the Road. And since we're on this flashback scene, how come they never used the old animation? Yeah, it sounds outdated back in 2006, but this movie came out in 2017. It's a flashback, for crying out loud. A lot of people were actually scared about the teaser trailer, and why shouldn't they be? We thought that McQueen was actually gonna die in this movie. I get that Lightning McQueen is a veteran, but how come he doesn't have a crew chief? Why didn't he hire Mater as crew chief? He did a really good job in Cars 2. Speaking of Cars 2, people actually thought that this was the real Cars 2. Even though Lightning McQueen kept his headlights from Cars 2. Lightning McQueen, Kyle Weathers, and Bobby Swift had a great rivalry, and it sucks that we never got more information on it. While it is confirmed that Lightning McQueen is a 7-time Piston Cup champion, this is the first time we actually see Lightning McQueen won a Piston Cup race.
Al, thank you, Shannon. It was a great move. I was, hey, Vito.
Well, that was a bit of a douche move. I like a ton of the new tracks in this movie, but we never got more information on those new tracks. So apparently Jackson Storm is the main villain in Cars 3, even though he doesn't have a villain personality. So that's what happened to Chick Hicks after Cars 1. Also, Chick Hicks is now voiced by Michael Keane. I don't like this version of Chick Hicks already. This is not the real Chick Hicks, I want the real Chick Hicks back. Instead of the veterans finishing off their season, what does their sponsor do? They fire them and replace them with next-gen rookies. What kind of business do they run? Winning 10 races in a row is impossible unless you're Richard Petty. Does the reporters really have to ask questions about Lightning McQueen possibly retiring? Like, yeah, I know he's a veteran, but come on. He's been racing in the Piston Cup for like 11 years. Give him some slack. Denny Suarez doesn't have a Mexican accent, and that bothers me. So Lightning McQueen can pass all the other next-gen racers, but he can't pass Jackson Storm, because Jackson Storm is just that faster. Okay, why is Sally the only one that gassed in this scene? This has gotta be one of the most brutal flips I ever seen, and I'm surprised Lightning McQueen hasn't died from those flips. Okay, I'm really sorry, I will stop that now. Doc Hudson's big wreck in 54 is the main reason why I will never time travel to the 50s to drive a NASCAR stock car. So Mater's plan was to convince Lightning to go back, get out of that garage. And honestly, that was Mater's best idea yet. When Mattel released Cars 3 Lightning McQueen to the public, everyone thought that McQueen got a body modification after his big crash. But no, Lightning McQueen still has his original body art. Well, Mattel is so stupid and they don't even care. This has to be one of the best paint jobs we've ever seen from Cars 3, and it sucks we never got more screen time of it. Does Red really have to cry every single time? These reporters never shut up. Like, come on, give Lightning McQueen some space. Sterling, the real villain in Cars 3. The Rusty's Racing Center foil on McQueen looks so cool, but I cannot read the Rusty sign on the side of him, and that bugs me a lot. Is Cruz Ramirez really the best trainer in the Rusty's Racing Center? Because after we got introduced to her, yeah, she really sucks at training McQueen. Yeah, Lightning McQueen really sucks with the simulator. He's only known for real life racing and that's it. This is one of the many reasons why Sterling is the real villain of Cars 3. Because he's trying to not make McQueen race in the Florida 500. I get that this is Cruz Ramirez's first time outside training with McQueen, but golly, she really sucks at it.
Mitch Fritter is the only buzz that we only see in the Cars universe.
Do I really have to repeat myself on the people who hated McQueen for this scene? McQueen's crash out was valid. Enough said. So Cruz Ramirez never got a chance to become a racer is because the other racer was just stronger and much faster than her. Yeah, honestly, I would have quit too if I had been through the same situation. These three old school racers are so cool. I wish we could have a prequel of Doc Hudson's story. Lightning McQueen never know how to draft? McQueen, you are a literal NASCAR stock car. Seriously, dude, you should have known how to draft. We got Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, and Chase Elliott in this movie. This is honestly a really cool cameos. Lightning McQueen was on the racetrack when Darrell Waltrip says McQueen's fading fast. So how can Lightning McQueen remember what Darrell Waltrip said even though his engine was super loud? Okay, so I have nothing to say about the Florida 500 race. It was the best scene throughout the entire movie. I love McQueen passing the torch to Cruz Ramirez. Cruz Ramirez doing Doc Hudson's flip to whoever to win the Florida 500. And then boom, everything was just good. So I'm going to end it off here.
Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. Whether it's off the racetrack or on the racetrack, Mater and McQueen will never end their adventures.
Really, Chase? That's all you could come up with?
Yeah, sorry McQueen, I couldn't think of a better intro than that.
Let's just start up the video.
Instead of getting a new Cars movie, we get a Cars TV show, which I won't lie, it actually sounds really cool.
Looks like Lightning McQueen hasn't retired from racing yet. Meter has a sister? How come we never acknowledged this? Why is McQueen's holler the Rusty's version instead of the Cars 3 version when Lightning McQueen literally has the Cars 3 paint job? This is one of the coolest intros I ever seen. I didn't know there was dinosaurs in the Cars world. So apparently everyone in the Cars world has bones. How was that even possible? Yeah, I can relate to Mater in this scene because it just reminds me of school. Prehistoric Mater and McQueen. Enough said.
You know, we probably should have stopped at that cute little motel a few miles back.
Nah, I don't think so. Let's just keep going. There's bound to be another motel eventually.
I mean, Mater did tell you, McQueen. Also, why is McQueen the only one that's scared in this episode? I thought Mater was going to be scared because of the beginning.
That's a lot of antifreeze.
Somebody call the Ghostbusters! There's ghosts here! Wait, so you're telling me that entire episode was real and not a nightmare? What? Mater is a rocket. That's so cool. Also, how can McQueen catch up to Mater? How fast is Lightning even going anyway? Yeah, this is not how getting revived works. This episode sends chills down my spine. Once again, how can someone in the Cars world tie up someone? At the beginning of the episode, the Bigfoot hunters were a bunch of tough people, but now they're just a bunch of cowards. Okay, so Ivy got really clean, but how come Mater didn't get clean? Look, I know it's Rusty's car, but still. Since when Lightning McQueen was scared of clowns? Also, I'm going to say, this clown show is really cool. 2 filler episodes, trucks and B-movies. Enough said. If Lightning McQueen was dreaming about being in Hollywood in the first movie, then how come he really sucks at acting? This was the first time that we see Lightning McQueen and Mater actually argue. And no, Cars 2 doesn't count because Mater didn't try to argue. I'm just gonna say, this episode is way too dark.
Mr. McQueen!
Cruz! You don't have to call me Mr. McQueen. We're both racers now.
And just like that, Lightning McQueen has to retire from racing yet. So apparently Mater came from a wealthy family. How come he never knew that? And if y'all are wondering, no, I did not read any of the Cars books. Jeez, Mater's sister is such a brat. How can they climb up the tree if they don't have any hands? Mater's speech is so good that I want to listen to it over and over.
Hey, I wonder where they went on their honeymoon.
Mateo! Mateo!
This was the last scene of Cars on the Road, and the reason why I say that is because, well, with Disney just announced Lightning Racers for Disney Junior. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. It is time to take over Gotham City, brick by brick. Robin's winking at me at the box art. I don't like it. Also, if this is really Tim Drake's version of Robin, then how come it's not accurate to Batman and New Adventures?
How come there was no police guards at the gate? That poor inmate just got left behind. It's so sad but also funny at the same time. Also, I'm just gonna say, Poison Ivy looked thick as a Lego character. How can one bullet destroy a car? That does not make sense. Some of these goons are a joke. All you guys do is just grab their neck and they're dead automatically. Finding some of the mini breaks can be fun, but it gets super annoying in a couple of hours. You have to find them in some obscure places. That stupid goon is shooting bullets at me. He's really getting annoying. Batman, you know you can't kill goons. Why would you no-kill rule? Batman has a bomb suit. Okay. Clayface, you're gonna make all that silver go dirty. Also, where's Riddler? I thought Riddler was there too. Where did he go? Collecting most of the stuff to get superhero has gotta be one of the most biggest pain in the high needs of all time. Was there any reason to have these type of openings every single level? You can't skip it thankfully, but my god it is so tedious. Technically there's voice acting in the game, but they don't even talk. They just make noises and that's it. So apparently Batman has a suit where he can glide. Even though his cape can already do that already. So Mr. Freeze is just a pure villain here. No backstory of Nora whatsoever. Yeah, sure, let's just casually drive around the city and destroy some stuff. No sir, no one will ever figure it out. Nope, 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 nope. Poison Ivy's level in the Heroes section is one of the most boringest and forgettable levels I ever seen. A Sonic suit? You're not Sonic. Does Batman really need goggles for his fire suit? Yeah, it looks cool, but still. Each time when Batman was about to capture Riddler, Riddler always tricks Batman. Like, Batman, are you really the greatest detective or what? How come Two-Face can handle with toxic waste? Isn't that the main reason why he's called Two-Face for a reason? Robin's dance when he defeats Riddler and Two-Face. It looks so stupid, I love it. Each time you complete a section of the game, it plays the credits. Like, it's super annoying. Penguin is such a douche. These stupid pedestrians are super annoying. Also, why is Mr. Freeze's goons there? Didn't he got locked up? Catwoman's boss fight is a joke. All you gotta do is find her and take her down. Batman, you have a few seconds to take a gem away from Catwoman, but yet you've done nothing. I know this is nitpicky, but does Alpha really have to tell us the tips on how to play the game? Well, yes, it is really useful, but still. Maybe I suck at this, but I feel like the physics on the boats just feels weird. There's toxic waste in the water. That's gonna kill the little fishies.
Oh no, my dick!
Don't swim in the sewage water, it's disgusting! Jumping on this crocodile just spits out studs. That's disgusting. Killer Croc kinda sucks. All you gotta do is just avoid his stuff that he's throwing and then just punch him. That's it. Man Bat, come down here and fight me like a man. Why is Penguin's lair in the snow? Like, yes, I get it. Penguins live in Antarctica, but still. Why is it with each story that the boss battles get easy at the beginning, but it gets harder as each level goes on? Mad Hatter has got to be one of the most ugliest characters I ever seen in a LEGO game. Everyone is such a douche to Robin. The carnival has got to be one of the most longest levels I ever played in a LEGO Batman game. Maybe just me, but I'm too impatient to finish this. I know Harley Quinn is supposed to be evil and crap, but you gotta admit she got some good athleticism. I've seen so many people complain about the air physics in LEGO Batman. It's not really that bad. Get good, noobs. The final 2 boss fights for the heroes section is really fun. I have no complaints here. You can't play as Alfred in the Batcave, only in free play mode. This is annoying if you want to explore the Batcave. You can actually make multiple Robins into the Batcave. All you gotta do is have a technology Robin suit, place the decoy down, switch over to the decoy, stay like that until it explodes, and then boom, there's multiple Robins. Yep, that's how broken the game is. Hey, we thought we were done there? Oh, that's very funny. No, there's also a villain story for LEGO Batman the video game, so let's see how well this will turn out. How in the world can Two-Face hack into the Bat computer? Also, where's the guards? They're literally letting the goons running around. Yes, this is Arkham Asylum if anyone's asking. I know this is the villain story, but most of the cutscenes are exactly the same, and that's annoying. You can brainwash people using the Riddler stick. Okay. Just like the goons, the cops are a joke. They don't even know how to fight. You thought getting superhero was bad? Just play the supervillain levels. There's much worse. Two-Face is more greedier than Mr. Krabs, and that's saying something. We have to do a lot of stuff to progress through this level. That's pretty annoying. How cold is Mr. Freeze's ice gun? Because there's no way that entire gun can freeze that entire, I don't know what that is. I haven't played the game in a while. This final part of the level is the exact same as the hero version. They look so terrifying as a LEGO figure. You can destroy metal by using the penguin's penguin. Okay. What is it with every episode that the main villain of the story always leaves their partner behind? That's just messed up. There's no machine inside of the skeleton bones, so how can I even control it? This is more tedious than the Batman one. Catwoman got locked up, yet Penguin and Killer Croc doesn't even care. Bunch of douches. So apparently anything that you build comes to life. That's just weird. If you say that Hello Neighbor's parkour is bad, well then, you have not played LEGO Batman the video game. Jim Gordon's an idiot here. All you gotta do is let Batman and Robin do the work, but no, he decided to join in. And then he got captured. Idiot. Okay, where did that teddy bear come from? This final level is awesome. I have no complaints here. So yeah, the supervillain story is fine, but it's not as fun as the Batman story. I will like the minigames if it weren't for the 1 million studs I have to collect. That's really annoying. Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. Listen, I'm not a dirt racer, so what makes you think I would suck at those tracks?
How about riding right in the middle now? Just waiting for whichever line. Huge push. And around goes a 2. Too big of a push. He caught the 41.
This is the most boring menu screens of all time. The images in championship seasons are so wrong. They got it from NASCAR Heat 2. Every track in the game has their own challenges. That's okay. Do not brake really hard once you go into a turn, unless you want to be an idiot. The drivers can start in the back, but it's only AI drivers, not you whatsoever. You'll always get passed on the turns. It doesn't matter how good you are. I can't see every position where the drivers are. If you tap on the car, even though it was the slightest touch, they'll spin out in one of the turns. Qualifying in the super speedways are so stupid. If you're racing on hard difficulty, even though you have the fastest car, you start all the way in 40th. How dumb is that? Good luck waiting on the super speedways in the very back. It's impossible to do unless there's more laps. This game started the 550 horsepower package, probably the most hated packages of all time. Maybe if this was in the next gen, then probably this would have been accurate, but this is during the Gen 6 era, so it's not accurate. I know this is not on the topic of NASCAR Heat 3, but it's still a crime that Chase Elliott never won at Sonoma. It took 2 freaking NASCAR Heat games to finally have burnouts. There's no day-to-night transitions. It took until NASCAR 21 Ignition to finally have them. I can't believe they got rid of the pause speed glitch. That was one of the best glitches in NASCAR Heat 2. Jefferson Raceway is seriously the worst dirt racetrack in any NASCAR Heat game. I don't care if y'all love it, this track sucks. Also, 7 of 4 games have stole the cars from the dirt late models. This is copyright infringement. I am so glad that we have current Richmond, because Richmond dirt is awful. I cannot edit the fire suits and create a driver. This opening scene is so good.
Hi, welcome to the Extreme Dirt Tour. Racing on dirt is pretty—
Shut the fuck up. No one cares. Know your place. Trash.
We are stuck with this guy till NASCAR Rivals. If he appears in NASCAR 25, I'll rip my hair out. Can you guys please give me a ride? I don't need some hot seats. I hate it when I simulate a race, a driver gets angry at me. Like, guys, I only simulated a race. You don't really have me that much of a dick.
Hey, I don't know what's going on, but you're all over the place. You need to get it together or someone's gonna put you on the wall.
You drove awful in the truck series. I don't want to hear it from you. There's no cool artwork for the racetracks.
Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. After 3 freaking years, we get a new NASCAR game. Is it good? Let's find out.
Hamlin and Bell for the front. Whoa! He gets Bell into the wall. Off of the front of Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece.
This menu was so boring. You can't use 00 to 100. That's really stupid.
There's so many people complaining about the paint booth. To be honest, this is just a mixture of the Unitedix games and the NASCAR Thunder games. That's just me personally. If you don't like the numbers being slid forward, well then you can move it back to the middle or to the corner pedal for some reason. When was the last time where you can fully customize the driver's suit? Like, I'm actually curious. Let me know down in the comments. I don't know how I feel about this 360 camera. There's barely any pre-race presentation. That is just sad. Was there any reasons to have the subtitles for the spotter? I've seen so many people complain about this game being similar to NASCAR Heat. I don't see the similarities. Play the actual game yourself, you idiots. Rockingham is so fun in this game, and I wish I could race on the Cup cars with it. Speaking of racetracks, you can't race the Cup cars at Rockingham, Lion Rock Park, or any other tracks that are exclusive to those specific series. I know they said they'll try to implement it in future games, but it's still kind of sad. You can actually exit the Chicago street race, so if you want to explore the city, go ahead. Okay, never mind. Online racing is super intense in this game. If you have trolls in these servers, make sure you ban them. People are saying that the crash physics really sucks in this game. Have y'all not played NASCAR Heat? There's no day-to-night transactions. The last game that had them was NASCAR 21, but no one cared because the game sucked. The streets of Chicago is insane. If you mess up a turns, you're gonna crash. You can't drive for different teams. That's the one feature that I've always hated in the Unitedix games. Mexico and Portland are not in the game. I know Mexico was just added into iRacing, but what the heck? Back in the Saddle was advertised as a NASCAR song, but it's not even in NASCAR 25. Instead, it's on the mediocre Madden 26. Road course penalty. Stop and go in the front of the track. Enough said. The American Kaiserreich mentioned that the spotters kind of sounds like Hank from Breaking Bad. I know it's Trey Poole behind the spotter noise, but it's just funny that I mentioned it. Maybe it's just me, but as always, the top guy in practice is always going to be on pole position when race day comes. The damage model. It's disappointing. Enough said. 2 different drivers with the same number in the same field. That surely won't confuse anybody. With the Super Speedways, I can finally wreck the RCR duo in the Xfinity series so they can never win a Super Speedway ever again because there's just a bunch of pieces of craps. Okay, I'm sorry. The post-race celebrations is so brief. What the heck? The replay system.
there hasn't been a great replay system since the EA days.
Great. Stay out of
I can never complete a race at Lime Rock Park. I'm not that good at it. Oh, come on! I just got simple damage all because I bumped into that guy. A 40-car field around North Wilkesboro Speedway in the All-Star race. That's not the point of the All-Star race. Can you guys stop wrecking? I just want to get some green flag pit stops.
You can't drive for different teams. That's the one feature that I've always hated in new Technics games. I really love the custom seasons from NASCAR Heat 5. That was the best feature in the game. Going backwards is useless in this game because if you try to hit the AI cars, they don't even fly over. Which, I get it. The next gen cars are so stiff, but it still kind of sucks that the cars don't even go overboard when you hit them when you go backwards.
Warning! Following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. Just imagine, in 3000, we still have NASCAR, but with flying cars.
Why is it called F-Zero X when it's the second game of the series?
So, is someone gonna explain why there's 6 women in the title screen?
We went from 4 racers in the first game to 30 racers in the second game. Holy crap. Blood Falcon, huh? I see no blood in your car. If you run out of energy, your car actually explodes. And the other racers, it's like, that's normal. Silence 1 is so boring in this game. It's just a straight line and it's just some boosters and nothing else. Oh, come on! Captain Falcon just straight out cheated by blowing me up. Devil's Forest is not a forest. It's just a track and just some grass. Or maybe that is the forest? I don't know. If you fall off the track, you can hear their screams. This reverse sound is so annoying. Like, shut up! N64's Rainbow Road is in this game, but there's no Rainbow Road theme for it. It's just the Sector A and Sector B music for the track. I take that back. There is the Rainbow Road theme for this track, but it's only in the Nintendo 64 disc drive, which is stupid. Also, this version of Rainbow Road is awesome. I actually enjoyed it in Mario Kart's version. A big hand. What's next? A feet? An arm? A penis? Big Hand is one of the most hardest tracks in the entire game. Like seriously, this is much harder than Mario Kart's track. There's actually a mode called Death Race. It's basically one last racer remaining. So basically, you're rewarded for being a murderer. So Baba is clearly a man here, so why is he screaming like a girl? At least be consistent with the voice files. There is no way I actually survived that. Well, that was the quickest death ever. These obstacles on the road are so annoying. You keep hitting them multiple times, good luck surviving. You can finish a race and die at the same time. What the heck? I went from 4th to 1st in one straightaway. What in the world? This game over title screen is terrifying. So, the first 4 F-Zero X Cups are not really that bad, until you get to the 5th one, the X Cup. The X Cup is filled with randomness, random tracks, random deaths, and random whatever that is. So yeah, this is the most brutalist one. It will test your skill how good you are in this game. If you have anger issues, do not try this cup out.
Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. Want exciting racing? Let's make every track race like a super speedway.
And as the racing continues, Austin Dillon up front. They shifted him. It's going to be a big one. Now around goes the 3 in front of the pack. They're all collected.
This is where the NASCAR Heat series started to get stale, and it shows. Why are the driver roster organized by their last name? Why not organize it by their numbers like in EA games? Morgan Shepherd's image is the same as NASCAR Heat 3's. Talk about lazy.
Lombard Bros Gaming. Let's search it up. Oh, there it is. Wait. Joseph Lombard. Oh my god! No, thank you. No, I am done. I'm out. Goodbye. Nice try, 704. We already know who those people are. Just developers of the game. And Tony Stewart, I guess. But still. Why did it took until NASCAR Heat 4 to have the images of the racetrack? This loading screen is so boring. Let us just give us a track fact for crying out loud. Who remembers talking? If you want to have the best starting position, you better make sure that you don't make any mistakes. There's no day and night transitions. It's only through stages and that's it. What type of, how lazy are they? If you want to see wrecks from earlier in the race, well, too bad, so sad, cause that ain't happening. I'm glad that we're able to choose the 00 to 99, but the paint booth is still limited, and I hate it still. But still, number 8, 28, 36, and 99 all have 4 fonts, while the rest of the numbers have 3. Qualifying in super speedways still suck. I don't even bother qualifying in super speedways anymore. Drafting in super speedways is so overpowered. You can go from 40th to 1st in a couple of laps. I never care for truck series racing in this game. They're too slow. If you say that wreck avoidance challenges are easy, well then you have not played NASCAR Heat 4. What happened to the career mode? Why is this so boring? So many NASCAR fans were upset about the NASCAR Heat Pro League finale back a few years ago because of the lag spike. Maybe they should have, I don't know, better internet? Has that crossed anyone else's mind? The sad fact that people are saying NASCAR Rivals is a copy and paste of NASCAR Heat 5, but not saying the same thing to NASCAR Heat 5. You think NASCAR Heat 5 is his own game. That's really sad what you think about it. Warning! The following video is kind of over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared are a little accurate to my thoughts and feelings. After NASCAR 15, what's new? Beating up the NASCAR cars will make you fast. Once again, the main menus are so boring. What is up with the modern NASCAR games having boring menus? Bobby Labonte is literally in the driver roster, so how is he our spotter? Some of the driver choices here makes no sense. First off, there's Ben Kennedy, there's Eric Jones if you got the game at GameStop, and then there's Austin Cindric and Daniel Hemrick in the field. And there's also some NASCAR Next drivers, which I get it. NASCAR tried to promote the NASCAR X series, but still, it doesn't seem right. You start off with 6 tracks. Why? The cars sound like lawnmowers. I had to turn it down for this gameplay because my family went to sleep during the night. The physics are awful. They only work when it wants to. The pausing is so OP. You can spam it multiple times to get to the front. So what's your reward for winning this race? A rotating trophy. This is called lazy. What the heck is this replay system? It's awful. This game is ugly. It looks like it came from an unfinished PlayStation 2 game. It is so easy to wreck people in this game. Like holy cow. Even the challenges aren't even that hard. So I was playing as Brad Keselowski in this challenge. So I played a video only to be Carl Edwards. Look, I like Carl, but I played as Brad Keselowski. There's only one word to describe the career mode of this game. Garbage. Enough said. So, yeah. Now what to say about NASCAR Heat Evolution. All of the complaints I have about this game has already been covered on this channel with Heat 5, Heat 4, and Heat 3. So, let's try to expand this video and talk about NASCAR Heat 2. This menu is an improvement from Heat Evolution, but it's still boring. After nearly a decade, the Trucks and Xfinity series were finally added to the NASCAR game.
While the graphics have slightly improved over Heat Evolution, it still doesn't look good. If you're saying that the racing is hard, do the pause speed glitch. You can go faster. This celebration is so stupid. It's just the camera pans to the trophy and the car and then the driver. That's so dumb. Hailie Deegan is in the NASCAR Truck Series field because everyone knows how well her Truck Series career went. The trucks are still slow. I've tried so many attempts to make the big one at Talladega. Here's my attempts. Why is there 4 slots for championship seasons when there's only 3 main series? Does there really have to be an opening before every challenge? You can't skip it thankfully, but it's still kind of excessive. Oh boy, there's a red coming. Okay, I can avoid it. Oh, come on! Okay, let's see if I can avoid it this time. Okay, make this a good. Ah! Okay, 3rd time's the charm. Okay, I got it. Are you f***ing serious? 4th attempt, you know the deal. Crash again, enough said. Also, you know I'm just gonna crash again. Oh, this time I actually avoided it. Took me 5 attempts to do it. The paint booth is back, but it's limited. What the deuce? Also, dirt physics. Nobody likes dirt physics. The braking is awful. It took until NASCAR Heat 4 to have a better braking. While NASCAR Heat 2 is a bit of improvement over Heat Evolution, it's still okay. Yeah, it's an okay game, that's all I gotta say.
Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my thoughts and feelings. $600 for some cool features? Oh well, take my money now.
Let's get the obvious out of the way. Controller mediocre. This is where you'll like and subscribe because I'm just that relatable. And yes, Sony did try to change the design for the PlayStation 3 controller, but they switched it to this controller because many people hate this, but why? The other one looks so cool. The triggers are absolute trash. You press on it for too long and your finger just slips off of it. I get that Sony's games are transitioning to 3D with the analog triggers, but it aged poorly. And yes, you can use the PlayStation 3 with the PS4 and the PS5 controller, but they came out years later after the PlayStation 3 release, so yeah, we were stuck with the DualShock 3 for a while. So this might be the unpopular opinion, but the PS3 controller is much better than the 360's controller. I don't know why people say that the 360 controller is by far the best controller. I don't really find it that comfortable to hold for me personally. The 360 controller is definitely better than some of the third-party PS3 controllers. And yes, this is the real controller. Also, yes, it's somehow weaker than the PS3 controller. Most people actually believe that the Xbox 360 was the real winner between the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I'm sorry, but the sales number says otherwise. Did you know before 2009 that the PlayStation 3 logo on the cases were so much different with the Spider-Man font? Well, the reason why they changed it because many people laughed at it, even though Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. Oh, of course Greatest Hits make a comeback. Like, yeah, it's cool, but why the red cases? Why not go with the blue cases? Because it's PlayStation's brand. Does anyone remember that Sony used to do blue cases for the PS3? Yeah, me either. The PS3 uses HDMI cords, but it also used AV cords. Why on earth would anyone want to use AV cords in the year 2006? I guess it's for the Wii because it was underpowered, but the PlayStation 3 is transitioning to HD. The console should be using HDMI only. There's 4 versions of the PlayStation 3. The original 2 are the one without PS2 backwards compatibility and the other one without PS2 backwards compatibility. The 3rd version is the PS3 Slim, and the 4th version is the PS3 Super Slim, which the ones I have now. You don't need to push the buttons for the PlayStation 3 Super Slim. You just need to use your hand. Use your hand to move the disc tray slot to put the game in. That's all.
With the PlayStation 3 Slim and Super Slim, there's no PlayStation 2 backwards compatibility. Only PS1 backwards compatibility. I guess for cost-saving measures because of the awful launch that the PS3 had, but still. Speaking of PS1 games, oh my god, this looks absolutely horrible. And every time you enter a PS1 game, it always changes to digital mode. You know, the D-pad. Instead of analog mode. Like, what the deuce? This menu UI is so good. PS2 games run better on PS3, but most of the times, like games like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game, sometimes in cutscenes, the sound is out of sync, and I don't like it. Alright WB Montreal, it's time to bring the Batman Arkham Origins to the next gen consoles. It's been stuck on the PlayStation 3 for a very, very long time. And while we're at it, Media Molecule, please port Liberty Planets 1, 2, 3, and Card into the next gen consoles. Like, people will love this game automatically. And yeah, I know the servers are down, but they could find a loophole around it. While Sly 4 is a good game, it is definitely the weakest one of the Sly series. And this was the last game of the Sly series, by the way. Let's not forget how creepy the early days of the PlayStation 3 commercials. They just... ugh, why do they have to get approved?